Okay. And we're back.
Yes, sorry about that.
Intermission. So yeah, what I was saying was, um, I thought this was an interesting statistic in the book. It said 15% of average Americans' savings plummeted to about 3.3%. So
After
after the pandemic, after COVID. So that goes to say that people who had money or had savings have now used it due to inflation. Have you found that
post COVID has changed.
your savings?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it changed my savings. I would say during COVID, everyone was on lockdown, if you follow the rules, and and because of that, naturally your spending wasn't as high. So I don't know if it's that people were saving or that people just didn't have the ability to go out and spend.
Yeah,
And so now coming out of COVID, everyone's on a YOLO kind of feeling because
yeah,
the world completely froze and everyone wants to live a little of a bit of a life. So I could see me personally.
you.
I'm not sure if I spent more. I'm sure I did. Just naturally being outside now.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. It's just like everything is just so expensive.
But
So,
inflation is playing
yeah.
a major factor in
Yeah.
things. Like I know in the states it's bad, but I only could speak to what we're experiencing here in Canada. And
Yeah.
the more I take it in with how we are taxed over here, the more upset I become.
Yeah.
You're taxed on your pay. You're taxed on every item you buy at the grocery store or at the store, period. So they're getting you in
Everywhere you turn, literally hands in my pocket.
everywhere. And it's like you don't even have any say on where they allocate the money to.
Yeah. That's true. Like, where is our money going? Why do we pay so much taxes? Because I think if you ask anybody in the GTA area, they'd say that hospitals are way
Overcrowded.
overcrowded. Nobody has a family doctor.
I'll give you an example. Just me now being pregnant, looking for an OB. I didn't get an OB until when? Well into my 30 weeks. Because every OB was full. The amount of pregnant people right now and the cap on how many people these OBs are allowed to see. So it's like, is my tax money really going there? I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know where it's going.
So yeah, it does. I don't know if it comes with age or if it comes with thing. Sorry guys, I'm potty training, so I will remove myself.
So while she's gone, what would you guys like to talk about? We can continue on with You Deserve to Be Rich. So yeah, let me, so it continues on to talk about the savings. Like I said, that interesting quote. And the other interesting thing about savings is they talk about two different savings account. Not only should you have one savings account, which is an emergency account, they're suggesting that you have another savings account that you can something you're saving up for. I like the idea of that. I don't have they have it's called a general savings account and like an emergency savings account. So I thought that was very interesting. I have a savings account and then I also have stocks. So I guess if I had to say something is, I guess I do, but I don't think your stocks are supposed to be considered savings because you're not supposed to dip into it. But yeah, that's I thought that was interesting. Let's see. So then they talk about, I think they go into talking about the spending. And this is where they say, needed it, wanted it. What was I thinking? So, personal expenses, car note, physical fitness, clothing, just for example, household expenses, mortgages, mortgage, utilities, groceries, family expenses. This should go into, if you have children, you should have definitely include that. Child support, insurance, other family related costs. I was just talking about um, spending.
Okay.
Spending. So yeah, these are the different categories of spending. Anything else you want to talk about on spending? Or I also was talking about the two different savings accounts.
Yeah, I found that very interesting.
Do you have two different savings accounts?
I do not. And for the longest time, it's so bad I didn't even have a savings. I just put everything in investments and said if I needed to tap into it, then I would.
That's
That
so
was
interesting.
I never had a savings account.
That's really
Not good. But mind you, I had money to tap into when need be. And I think it did grow a little faster than a savings account, but now it's like my investment is a lot lower than it used to be as well. So it would have been nicer to have a savings account. But that is something that I am now starting to have. I just always had that cushion of, okay, I know I have money in these places that if I need to tap into, I can.
yeah.
That was my cushion, but I much rather have a savings account. And having the two is something that I definitely am going to adopt.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
And what was interesting is reading in how they speak on the savings, so the general savings versus the emergency savings account.
Yeah.
I like how they don't really like when you're reading the book, it doesn't make you feel guilty for when you do need to tap into it. Like they make it very apparent like that's what it's there for.
Yeah.
If you need to use it, use it.
Yeah.
Which is like usually when I see my savings, it's like touching it so bad.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, you are using it for, like, for example,
examples like
yeah, like the general savings, they had said
you said like car maintenance was one of them.
car maintenance, if your checking accounts gets low and you need to pull money from there, which is sometimes what we usually use it for.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, so I shouldn't feel guilty for that. Like that's what that money is there for.
Yeah.
So I feel like it removes some of that weight reading it.
Yeah.
For me personally.
Yeah.
So you got into the spending?
I got into the spending.
Okay, and then they talk about the sharing. The sharing I thought was very interesting now.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is that naturally, whether you're a religious person or not, but mainly for those that are faith-based, you do tithing. Okay? And so
what's tithing for those that don't know?
So it's basically paying money back into the church or your community, like giving back, charity, essentially.
Yes.
Okay, so for what they, and I like that I really like that they did the amount of tithing that you should do as a Christian and a Muslim. I didn't know, I knew the Christian amount, I didn't know the Muslim amount.
What's the Christian amount and what's the Muslim amount?
So for the Christian amount, it's 10% of your annual earnings is what you should be tithing. Muslim amount is 2.5%.
Which one do you identify with more? Like if you were
I mean, I would say the Muslim amount 2.5.
Yeah, that's more realistic.
I think it's more realistic. But if you have it to give, then
you should.
Then yeah, you give without even looking at, okay, it's 10%. I reached 10%, don't give anymore.
Yeah.
So like I think it's really based on what you're able to do.
Yeah.
But I do like that they did both there because I've never heard of the Muslim amount before.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't know that.
Me either.
So what they're saying is, so whether you're tithing in a church or whether you're just tithing and giving back to family and friends who are in need, they say that it shouldn't exceed 10%. So factor in your budget. And once you exceeded that 10%, it's okay to say no. And when I read this, I automatically thought of my sister, our other sister.
Yeah.
And I'm going to highlight that this is what she needs to actually budget in because she is very, very generous with her money, which is so nice. Very generous. But she needs to learn how to say no as well. And once you tapped into it, then that's that. So
Yeah.
I thought that was good because though it may not really we necessarily might not find the sharing part challenge, there are people that really do.
Yeah, they overextend themselves.
Yeah.
And it's nice to help people, of course, but you got to help yourself first so that you can better help other people, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's what they talk about for the sharing amount. And then they get into the investing. And the investing is 20%. And I love that amount.
me too.
That is definitely a goal. I find before really when I had my car that I owned and not financed, I was able to do those amounts.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I was like investing a lot and it was amazing. It wasn't until I had to get rid of that car because someone hit it and I got into a downward spiral, it seems like, with more debts of having to finance a car. My money had just got like less.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they want you to invest 20%, and they will talk more about the risk levels of what type of investments you should be doing based on your risk level. But they introduce real estate, EFTs, crypto, stocks, things like that are ways to invest your money.
Yeah. And then the other good point that they made in this chapter for investing, they said that start investing after you have an emergency savings account. They're not recommending you start investing right away. Don't blow all your money on it. Well, not, I mean, you have smart investments, of course, but they're saying to do it after you have a savings account. I thought that was a really good point.
And to tackle your credit card debt first.
And tackle your credit card debt
which
first.
is like, okay, yeah, this is down everyone's alley, I think.
Yeah.
Just the other day,
Yeah.
we were talking about with somebody else who was thinking to do bankruptcy.
Young person,
Yeah.
like 25.
Yeah.
And thinking of declaring bankruptcy.
Because
We advise against it, but I mean, obviously everyone has their own decisions, but I just felt like that was so harsh to do at such a young age.
yeah, because the long-term effects of bankruptcy is you're never gonna be looked at as or seen as reliable for credit bureaus.
Yeah. So
But-
I don't know. I wonder what other people think. Is filing bankruptcy at 25
or any age, really, like
or any age.
consolidating
Yeah,
your
you're
debts.
right. Consolidate, is that a good idea? I mean, it definitely could be, but I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
and I don't know if I know enough about it, but
Yeah.
just from what I have heard,
and people that have gone through it, it's hard to do anything after.
because in the moment it seems like a great idea. Boom, your debt is getting dealt with. But 5 years post that, you can't even apply for a mortgage. You can't apply for any like loan.
Yeah. And then the person said that, oh, it gets wiped off after 6 years.
7 years.
Or 7 years. I don't even know what the time frame is, but I don't know if that's right. But even if it is, that's a long time. 7
Yeah.
years is a long
It is.
time to have like a tarnished kind of credit. I don't know.
And the mood, what you're thinking today is not what you're going to be thinking tomorrow.
Yeah.
The older you get, the wiser you get, and the more moves you want to make. So,
yeah, for things like a new car, new house, anything really where you need to have some credit to your name.
But I do find, for me, myself personally, and it's good that they highlighted like pay your debts first, build a savings first. Because I don't know if it's because I'm watching all these videos EYL puts out and like Coach puts out, for example, if you're familiar with them on
Chris
YouTube.
Sane.
Yeah, on YouTube.
I was watching this video today.
Like you almost get this FOMO, like, okay, I need to make an investment move.
Yeah.
So it's like, should I pay my debt or put money in investment?
Yeah.
I find myself wondering.
Teeter-tottering. Sometimes I
Yes.
do one, sometimes I do the other.
Yeah. Do you find the same?
Yeah,
or like
definitely.
whether you're acting on or not, like do you like I feel that FOMO
Yeah, for sure.
because I want to invest. So yeah, but they do say list all your credit card debts, pay that off first, and they gave some options as to how to go about your credit card. So option 1 is focusing on the high interest debt first. Option 2 is paying off the smaller amount first. And then option 3 is consolidate your credit card debt by using a balance transfer or accessing the equity in your home. That is not really an option for us. I don't even know if we have that here in Canada, but that's not something that I would want to do. I want my equity in the house when we do sell to be on mine.
Yeah.
And then regardless, I'll be paying off whatever after anyways. But in terms of I mean, I have credit card debt.
I have credit card debt.
So which one do you think you'll do? Like after reading this chapter,
It's
is
funny.
it a goal to like
Definitely.
Well, you almost had that goal. You stopped using your credit card.
Yes, yeah. So they do talk about that, going on a cash, spending cash, and literally I've done that. It was so hard at first because there were so many things I felt like deprived myself of because I was so used to just buying things, thinking like, with the money that I thought I had, which I never really
Credit
had.
and forget it.
Credit and forget it. And so when I was forced to only use the money that I made, that was like a complete, like I haven't gone shopping in so long. I feel like, well, I have, but not the
like
way.
Simone. Yeah.
I know, right?
H&M.
It's like not nice. It's definitely not nice. So, but it's definitely a good learning experience. And luckily, it happened later in life. I wouldn't want to be younger and have this kind of issue. So, I mean, living there, I didn't have this issue when I was younger, but now, as I'm mature, I have a child. I had to
Yeah, sometimes you just
you don't even realize what's happening until
I don't know.
It's
Yeah,
done.
honestly, it just happens.
Not until it's done.
And it's like, how did I reach here?
Yeah, literally, it's like, who
Who
spent
paid
all
my
the money
credit
on my card?
And we don't even have the shame to say like, this payment wasn't mine. This payment wasn't mine.
Yeah, and it's literally all yours. It's like, what were you thinking? Like, literally, what were you thinking?
Oh gosh, I think we need to be a bit more on the scammer side and start calling and complaining about who made this purchase.
Yeah,
that would be nice. So yeah, which option are you currently doing to pay off?
Okay, so like I was thinking about this when I was reading the chapter because my current method is to just pretty much pay whatever minimum amount. Maybe I'll like $50 more, but nothing more than that. And I'm spreading it so I have a line of credit and a credit card that I'm trying to pay off. I don't use any of them anymore. I just, any money I throw at it. So I always have at least the minimum payment and like maybe a little bit extra, but I don't feel like I'm getting very far because
it's not going to your principal.
Yeah, it's just like, so I don't know. There's obviously so that's what we were talking.
So based on these two options here, so one is paying off the high interest rate first.
Yeah, that would be my goal for sure. That would be my goal.
Pay off the smaller amount so that way you don't have to continue to spread yourself thin between the two. Yeah, both good options. Which one?
Both good options, but yeah, maybe the first option of focus on paying the high interest one doesn't seem to be working. So maybe I should start with the snowball method and see if that has any. So I guess I would start with is my student loan, which is now like under $1,000. Maybe pay my credit card or like just do like very minimum and then pay that off and then use the money for that, which is only like 125, but it does add up towards add that to my thing. So maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's a good idea. And then, yeah, I think that's a good idea to try. What's option 3? Consolidating. Oh, okay.
That's with taking out a line of credit on your home to pay off your debts. Which I'm not even sure if we have an option here. Like a lot of the things in the book, great ideas, great suggestions, great statistics, but I don't know. It's not all applicable to us here.
Yeah. Okay, so then the
Talking
power of
about
automation,
what
like
we
I mentioned
briefly spoke
before,
about.
yeah, with savings, that's definitely helped me save it going automatically. I don't really automate anything else other than my savings, but yeah, and then it just like kind of closes off talking about start somewhere.
And it's very encouraging.
Yeah,
What I really
yeah.
like about this chapter and what about this book thus far
Yeah.
is that it's very encouraging and it makes it sound so doable.
Yeah. As much as you feel like it's not possible, they do give you some good guidance for you
Yeah. And the first step is always just being aware of where you truly are
to. Yeah.
and making adjustments based on that to the goal that you want. So I really love that it's like that.
Yeah.
And then yeah, like they have the B side of the mindset, which they are trying to, I guess, move readers into, which is basically just assess your relationship with money. So that's how the chapter closes off. Good chapter overall.
Yeah, great chapter.
Motivating chapter.
Yeah. So
Eye-opening chapter.
yeah, honestly. So what emotions come up for you when you think about budgeting? Like what do you feel when you think about budgeting?
I feel more, I don't know if angry is the word, but
Who you angry at? Yourself?
honestly,
Who you
I'm
angry at? The bills. I'm
The
angry at the
bills.
bills.
I'm angry at the bills. I'm angry with the takeaway after putting the money to where it needs to be. Angry at like, okay, why have I not got a higher paying job yet?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think anger is the first thing that came to my mind, but
That's interesting. I kind of like that.
yeah, if I'm being real, it's like